don't know you. I don't know you. I will not be caught with my pants down and my dick in my hand like my mentor Sammy Cookie.
See this brother win, man. A-R-E. Hey, look, what is your win, babe? What is your win, babe? What is your win, babe?
Well, hello there, love bugs. Hello there, Bellas. If you have not already done so, please remember to like, share to Facebook, subscribe, and visit uptopbeauty.com. And if you are not already a part of our book club, please hit the Patreon link below and or the join button here on the YouTube. And for a small monthly fee of $5, you babies, yes you, can be privy to all the shenanigans before the YouTube gets it, if the YouTube gets it. Now, let's continue talking about the Bobby. In this segment, Barbara Cook, that would be Sammy Cookie's wife, name is Mata Harry. Bobby Womack is Lancelot Link because he the dummy. I was scared waiting. I could hear the second hand on my watch tick down the minutes. I could hear Barbara in the bathroom humming to herself and making herself beautiful. I felt cold. Then there was a knock at the door. Charlie showed up with his two brothers, David and LC. I opened the door. No one smiled, but Charlie said, "Oh man, you showed up. You got a whole lot of nerve, haven't you, you little fucker?" I said, "Yeah, I'm here." I went to shake his hand and Charlie punched me. Why the fuck would you shake his hand, dummy? That's the best time to sucker punch a nigga. He beat me so bad, so effing bad. My whole head was swelled up like a melon. My teeth came through my lip. He beat me unconscious. Then he hit me conscious again. He broke my jaw, the whole bit. I lay on the motel carpet and looked up at him. I could see him hitting me. After a while, I didn't feel a thing. I didn't try and fight back. I figured he was mad and I wasn't. But Barbara came out of the bathroom screaming. She thought they were going to kill me. She made a grab for the gun under the pillow and pulled the trigger. It just clicked. And Barbara couldn't understand why. I'll be goddamned. This stupid mother, she looked at me bloody on the floor. "You took the bullets out the gun?" I knew she'd used the gun, so I saved Charlie's life by unloading it. Charlie knocked her down too. Now, Mata Harry, Barbara, that bitch Barbara, she's very fortunate that that's all Charlie did is just knock her down. Because I know some niggas that would have put one in a bitch for trying to kill her. There was a guy in the room next door. He banged on the wall. Then he called the cops. Charlie went to run out, but the door was still halfway open, and he ran right into it and bust his head open. When the cops saw the state of me, they said Charlie would do time. I didn't want that. I thought if it was my brother, I might have done the same thing. I was willing to take my beating like a man and get on with it. They put Charlie in jail and told me to press charges. I went down to the station house and told them to let him out. He was sitting down there looking at me so hard. I said, "Let him out. I don't want him locked up." Then I walked away. Ain't that noble of you? Oh, but that ain't gonna get you no points in the heaven. That ain't gonna get you no points with the Sammy Cookie. Two strange things happened after that. A few years later, I played Chicago. Charlie showed up to the gig with David and LC. Charlie didn't want any bother this time around. He said, "We just came to give you moral support." A long time after that beating, maybe 20 years later, I was in the barbershop. I heard this guy whisper to the barber, "That's Bobby Womack." The paranoia that I had felt after Sam's death flooded right back. Then the guy asked if I remembered him from Chicago. He was the guy in the motel room banging on the wall. The guy who called the police on Charlie. Mata Harry used to get up every morning, 6 o'clock on the nose, fix a coffee with a little brandy in it. She also used to put $50 in my jewelry case every day just so I had some spins. A little cash in my pocket. It was easier than doing it over breakfast. I felt terrible, but I had no money because no one was hiring me for gigs. My name was still mud after the wedding, and I hadn't started writing that many songs by then. I told Barbara I'd pay her back. I had no idea how. To add to all the other shiz I got after marrying Barbara, the Army called up. I just got married, and now, with the Vietnam War raging, Uncle Sam was calling. The Army wanted me to take a medical. I made some plans to ensure that didn't go so well. I ate a bar of soap. Some guys had told me the trick was not to eat for a couple of days and then munch on soap. It ran my blood pressure sky high. I went down to the Army induction and was sick as a dog, throwing up all over the floor. My blood pressure was so high, one of the docs couldn't understand why I wasn't dead. When they gave me a drink of water, I started coughing up bubbles from all the soap in my stomach. That got their attention. They knew I was shirking, and I spent the day down there doing all these exercises as they checked me out. I passed. One of the sergeants said, "Look at this guy. You really are a cheapskate, that you should pull this stunt." I said, "I don't want to hurt nobody. I can't do it." This cut no ice. "Oh, yeah? Well, you're going, Womack." Told them I was a Muslim. Name of Bobby X. That didn't matter to them. None. They knew I was bullshitting anyway. I had no ties to the Muslim Brothers. The Army sent me home and told me to be ready to leave for boot camp in a week. I told Mata Hari what the country had planned for me. Fighting out in the jungle, she hadn't planned this when we got hitched. "What are we going to do?" she asked. "Bitch, you more worried about him going to the military than what the people think about you fucking your husband's protege?" I wasn't finished yet. I had another idea. The next day, I went and bought a dress. I got the whole outfit down with black stockings, high heels, a nice wig, and a big hat with a little veil. When I slapped on the lipstick and a bit of mascara, I looked pretty hot. That's a damn lie. That's a goddamn lie. Now with that big ass forehead, talking about you look pretty hot. What? What the mongrel? That's a lie. When I went back to the recruitment center to show off my new look, they thought I had the wrong department. No, I'm Bobby Womack. The attitude was, "Why do you think you want to go to war, ma'am?" Or, "Is it sir?" Flashing my false eyelashes at the sergeant, I said, "I just want to be there to help the soldiers." I gave a cute corporal a wink and a flirty toss of my golden mane. This nigga had on a blonde wig. I was trying to hit on every guy in there. Told them I wanted to go through the part where everyone strips off for a full medical examination. But they weren't buying this nut job either. Hold on. Pause. So you mean to tell me that Lancelot Link, i.e. Bobby Womack, tried to Klinger? Y'all know Klinger from the show MASH. Me and my mama used to watch that show all the time, so I definitely have a sense of humor. Very funny show. Seriously funny. Like I think they would call it a comedic drama or something like that. I don't know, but it was hilarious. They had all these different kind of characters. I mean, I still to this day love Alan Alda. Okay, very attractive, big-headed man. They had a special character named Klinger. When Radar left the show, Klinger took over as like the administrative assistant, something like that. Klinger had been trying to get out of the military for years. And his way of getting out of the military was to convince the military that he was a woman. That man had hair coming out the back of his ears. You hear me? And he would be dressed in all kinds of outfits. You hear me? With veils and lace gloves and stockings and all kinds of stuff. Mr. Womack, it won't work. You were just down here the other day and then you was Muslim, said the recruiting officer. Womack, we are about sick of you. Take that shiz off. Go back home and come back here dressed like a man. You are going to the Army. I got a career going, I protested. I just had a record, man. I just got married. I can't go. Oh, man, I was going crazy then. all my best moves had fallen flat. Next thing I knew, I had another doc examining my feet. He asked me, "How can you stand on those feet?" I was listening. "Your feet are flat. They look like pancakes. You'll never make it through basic training," he told me. Flat feet? I laid it on thick. Told him I couldn't run and I could barely walk. His next words were music to my ears. "Go home, son. You won't be any use to us." Ooh, I know that nigga was skipping down the street in that dress. I would have run out there, but I still had that dress on, and I couldn't even walk too good in heels. When I made it home, I told Mata Harry I wish I'd known I had flat feet. After using the other scams, the Army now had it on record that I was a soap-eating, sexually ambivalent Muslim. Girl, at least they won't call your ass again. Sam's death, the way he had died, scared me bad, but Mata Harry and I only been married for a short while when I found myself at a motel with a girl. It was the same situation that Sam was in, and I could feel him looking down on me. He would have said, "Don't be stupid, Bobby." Did he say that to you when you crawled on top of his woman? Okay, let's go. I was nervous when I took that chick into the room. I was so worried I would be recognized, so scared I couldn't think properly. Then I didn't want to take my pants off or my shoes or my socks. Practically fully dressed. I didn't want to be caught out like Sam. I made sure I could run out of there in a hurry, not be left in just my shorts. And all the while, a voice in my head told me, oh, that was just how it was for Sam. Go ahead, it won't be like that. At the same time, I also thought, man, what are you doing here? I don't need to do this. It's not like I'm going to die if I don't do it. These two conflicting voices, and I just wanted to scream. Leave me the F alone. My dick is hard and I want to. I told the girl, hold up, baby. Hold on. I started to feel for my keys in my pants real slow. I hoped they were there. They weren't. I panicked. She asked, what was up? Then told me not to worry. Well, let's just do it right quick. And then, let's go, she said. Didn't work with me. Nah, I've got to get my keys now. Lance Arlink was like, I don't know you, bitch. I don't know you. I will not be caught with my pants down and my dick in my hand like my mentor Sammy Cookie. That won't happen. Where the hell are my keys? Didn't work with me. Nah, I've got to get my keys now. We never got around to screwing. I searched around a bit and then went out to the car. I was so paranoid that someone might recognize me. I locked the keys in the car. They were swinging from the ignition. Barbara had another set, but I couldn't call her because she would have asked what the hell I was doing in a motel. Then I thought about being exposed in the press. Singer Bobby Womack plays away. I took a brick and busted the car window out, grabbed my keys. Then I called Mata Harry. I told her someone had tried to break into the car. Good one.